into today's conversation, and today's conversation is basically the future world of work. This is actually quite a buzzword right now. Everybody's talking about the future of work, the future world of work. Can you just explain to us what that concept is all about? What is the future world of work? And please, can you just paint a picture for us how this future of work looks like?
Yeah. So the future world of work is a concept that has been there since work has been there. What it means is to deeply understand how external forces, be it climate change, be it digitization, technology advancements, be it the increasing empowerment of people, be it empowerment of women, be it population growth, whatever those global changes are, how it affects three things from a business perspective. The one is the workplace, so the where. The second one is the workforce, so the who. And the third one is the work itself, the what. So whatever the changes that come into a business, you need to ask yourself the who. Is it affecting the who, the workforce? Is it affecting, or how is it affecting the what, the work itself? And how is it affecting the workplace, the where? And that's pretty much the vast amounts of science and research behind what we know as the future world of work. It's very important to deeply understand what those changes are and how it impacts your business in terms of the who, the what, and the where. And for me, more specifically, what opportunities, can you gain from it? So, for example, as we know, with COVID, the where was changed significantly. Whether we liked it or not, we found that we can work outside the traditional workplace. And that was it was actually disrupted and accelerated hugely. Similar with the who, the workforce. So where traditionally you've got full-time employees, now you've got full-time employees, you've got contract employees, you've got crowdsourcing, and you've got the gig economy. You can find the specific skill set across the world. You can navigate things like time difference and even language barriers. So the who has radically changed. And the what, I think that's been also extensively covered, more specifically from a digital transformation perspective. As the world has adopted a lot more technologies, as simple tasks is now automated. But as we've pretty much moved from one industry to the fourth industrial revolution. So from an industry perspective, we've revolutioned out of manufacturing towards the information age, towards the experience age. All of that has radically influenced what people do. And that sums up what the future world of work entails from a topic perspective, and hopefully the importance of deeply understanding how that affects a business strategy.
Very interesting, explanation that you bring, because when people actually think of the future world of work, they actually just think of the future,
Yes.
how will work unfold, work unfold in the future. How do you relate your explanation to that kind of thinking? For people who are thinking the future world of work is the future.
I usually just relate it to a personal experience. I think if you are parenting in this day and age, what worked 10 years ago does not work now. So most people relate to that. If you think of how you navigated the year 2020 and the year 2021 as somebody who was employed or as somebody who was retrenched, and then, you know, as a job seeker, you'll deeply understand how the world of work impacts your now in a very specific way. When it comes to the future, the reason why we need to research and study the future as much as we study history is because the more we know about the future, the more we can see what the trend is, and you project the trend, the more you can influence your desired future. So, for example, if you're a business owner and you've got a very strong people balance sheet, meaning you like the people you work, who you've employed, they're an asset to your company, you pretty much are who you are because of the people that you've hired. You've got a strong culture. People get together, they have tea in the afternoons, they've got work, you know, they're friends as well as colleagues. So it's something that you're deeply proud of. If you know that in 5 years' time, the way that you're going to be doing work is not the same as the way you're going to be doing now, you need to understand how that's going to impact them. If their skill sets, if you still want to keep them, you need to ask yourself the question, how am I going to keep them relevant so that they are still with a company, they still want to be with a company, they're still connected to the vision and the purpose, they still feel valued, they still can contribute, they can still be flexible if they ask for more flexibility. So those are the questions you need to ask, because that is whether you like it or not, the trends that will come to you in the future. So the benefit of studying the future is to see how you can shape that, and you can own your desired future, knowing that these trends are there. We know that the world is going to become more accelerated. We know that the STEM skills are going to become more in demand. We know that the workforce is going to become more diverse. We know that client centricity and hyper-personalization and hyper-connectivity is going to become more prevalent. We know that cybersecurity and risk and false information is only going to increase. We know all of that. So the onus from a business perspective is to choose now how you're going to respond so that you're still profitable and you still have a business and you're still able to be relevant in the future.
Wonderful. Beautiful.